Welcome to the Eclectic Thrifter and Crafter, where we thrift and craft with purpose. Hello! Our little thrift haul today is going to begin with this beautiful Chinese pottery planter. You don't see these available too many places these days. I found this out in the open yard at the thrift store, and I paid $1 for it. And it sold while I was editing for this film, so it is in the mail as we speak. So as you know, we thrift for college. My son has put together enough for 1 semester of online college. This wonderful little storybook I thrifted for $1.50. You see that number 5, but that's not what I thrifted it for. And I've given this to my husband. He was just 12 years old when he came to America. What he saw in Germany while he waited to emigrate were all the American westerns. And when he grew up, he worked in Hollywood. He got to know Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. And he communicated with Dale until just a few years before she passed away. So this little book brought a lot of memories back. He worked in Hollywood for several years, in front of and behind the camera. He was very blessed to know Roy Rogers, Dale Evans, Jane Russell, Anne Margaret, Pat Boone, and many others. He's much more interesting than I am. Now, for my bucket list find. This was on my subconscious list. Never imagined I'd run across this pair. Aren't they adorable? Just sweet. Now this little fellow has a little chippy right there, and as you can see, I only paid $2 each for them. If I were to resell them, they would resell for about $16 for the pair. Right there is the little chip. I'm finishing a kintsugi project this week for next week's Tea Tuesday, and I'll fix him at the same time. I don't mind little chippies like that. I just barely saw these out of the corner of my eye as I walked by a rack of dishes. They were sitting on the bottom shelf, all alone on a large plate. I couldn't have been happier. My husband thinks they're pretty cute. This beautiful woven quilt, each square is woven and then crocheted, and I estimate this is from the 20s or 30s simply by the silk back. I normally do not pick up fabric items, but this year seems to be the year for quilts and afghans. Now we have this beautiful quilt, and I estimate just by the fabric that this is from the 40s or 50s. It is large enough to cover a twin-size bed, and it really is lovely. It was $10. Isn't he adorable? I couldn't help but take him home. He was $1, and he can resell for roughly $16. I just love the look on his face, this little shelf sitter. I dare you to say, small sheep shelf sitter 10 times fast. This was one of my favorite finds of this week. A new cup for Tea Tuesday. I thrifted this for $6. It is Crown Victorian bone china. I love violets. And here we have Springerle cookie rolling pins. My husband is German, and these are for making traditional German sugar cookies. That one was $3. And this one was right next to it for $2. Each can resell for $10. I will sell them as a set for $20. This is what the German Springerle cookie looks like. These pins would be a delight in the kitchen if you're using them for baking or if you're using them for decor. Now we have Fenton. 1, 2, 3 little Fenton shoes. I found these as I was walking by a rack that they were restocking with, and they were on the bottom shelf. Each shoe was $3. You can't beat that. I wonder just how many Fenton shoes are enough. We'll have to see. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Please like, subscribe, share my thrifting and crafting channel with your thrifting and crafting friends. Tap that notification button for announcements for upcoming thrifts and crafts. Don't forget to visit us for Tea Tuesdays, new projects coming up. But most of all, have a lovely, lovely day.